Hello, I'm Dr. Patrick Johnston with Personhood Ohio. I'm the director, and I want to thank you for your willingness to help us gather signatures to get the Ohio Personhood Amendment on the ballot. I'm going to take a few minutes and tell you how to do it. It's very important to have several petitions, have a stack of petitions on each clipboard, because it's very important that you have voters from one county on each petition. So if I'm at a concert, the local Signatures auditorium here in Zanesville, and I know there's going to be people probably from 4 counties going to this concert, I want to have at least 4 petitions, okay? Or maybe 2 petitions for county, so a husband and wife can sign at the same time. That's very important. And so I'm going to ask them, ma'am, would you like to sign my pro-life petition? Most people will sign it not because they're pro-life, but because you're nice to them. So smile and be enthusiastic, and you'll be surprised how many people. We had a pro-choice lady sign our petition because I asked nicely, and she realized that Ohio never voted on it. So you'd be surprised who you can get to sign your petition. And then I hand them a petition, and while they're signing, I keep an eye on them and begin to look for somebody else walking by. Let's say I'm on a sidewalk in front of the post office. Somebody else walking by, you can ask them and have them signing the petition. It's not very difficult to get several people signing the petition at the same time. But I want to be watching the First Lady, because when she gets to the next to the last column, the ward precinct line, I want to tell her, ma'am, you can leave the ward precinct line blank. That's important. That helps it go faster. And then you can tell her the date. Ma'am, the date is February 2, 2012. And that will help it flow smoother so you get the petition out of her hand into somebody else's hands. Excuse me, ma'am. Would you like to sign my pro-life petition?
Sure.
Thank you so much. What county are you registered to vote in? It's very important you ask them what county they're registered to vote in. Otherwise, we have to cross out signatures from a different county. And as other people walk by, I'll continue to ask, sir, would you like to sign my pro-life petition? And when she gets to the next to the last column, I want to say, ma'am, you can leave the ward precinct column blank. And the date is 2/12/12. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. God bless you.
I'd like to help. Is there anything I could do to help
Oh,
with this?
thank you for asking. Will you help us get some signatures maybe
Sure.
at your church one Sunday morning?
Mm-hmm.
Here's a petition. It's very important you give them a petition with instructions. We have little post-it notes that we put on the front, but you can even print the instruction page on the website, personhoodohio.com. Just staple that to the front of some blank petitions. And you can print out more petitions on the website, personhoodohio.com.
Okay.
And those are all the instructions you need and where to mail them when you're done. I really want to thank you for your willingness to help. God bless you. Finally, when you're done with the petition, even if you only have 5 signatures, if that petition has stayed in your car for more than 3 days, mail it to us. So many petition drives fail because thousands of signatures are sitting in the back of people's cars, and they never mail them in because they're not filled out completely. We don't need to have them filled out completely. So even if you're the only one that's signed, if you're not getting any other signatures, mail it to us. Do not put it off. It's very important we get every signature we can. And so at the end, on the last page, page 5 of the petition, you're going to sign your name. You're going to put the number of voters that sign your petition. It can be from 1 to 27. The petition online holds 27 signatures. And then you're going to leave the employed by line blank. No one's paying you to gather signatures, and so we want to leave that line blank. And then you're going to sign it, put your address on it, and mail it to us as soon as you can. We've had a lot of success getting permission from pastors to gather signatures in the foyers of churches after church on Sunday morning. And this is the most efficient way we've discovered to set it up, where we have clipboards underneath a card with the name of that county. So when people come out of the church, they go straight up to the table. They can grab a petition while you're talking to somebody else. They can sign the petition for that county. Just make sure that if they have a Knox County petition, they don't put it in the Muskingum County pile. That's not good. You have to watch for that. Have plenty of pens. Have plenty of voter registration cards. You can print this off of the Ohio Secretary of State website, or just Google Ohio voter registration form. It'll take you to the site and you can print it off. It's very important to really get the huge number of signatures we need. You not only need to gather signatures, you need to gather signature gatherers. So have a lot of blank petitions. And I like these little post-it notes that give the instructions and where to mail the petition, because if this is what they get, they fill it out wrong. They need to have instructions. you can go on the website. Before you print out the petition, it takes you to the instruction page. Just print that page out for every petition and staple that to the front of the petition, and that will really help people to fill these out properly. I like to have literature. You don't have to have literature. Most of the time we've not had literature. But on the website, personhoodohio.com, you can print off the Ohio Personhood Amendment handout. This answers the most common objections there are to the Ohio Personhood Amendment. It's very persuasive, it's simple, it's biblical, and I think you'll find it very helpful, especially when people begin to argue with you, want to make the case that the Ohio Personhood Amendment should not pass. We can persuade them and get them on their team if we have the right information. And also, I like to have my children help. They're very efficient signature gatherers. Little Grace here, I'll have her stand them by the door, not by the table, but by the door. And when people leave church, Grace will ask them,
"Will you get signatures for us, please?"
Now, who in their right mind would not want to take a petition and an instruction form from a cute girl like that and go get signatures for us? Very helpful, very important that you get your kids involved in the ministry. And people respond to that. And most importantly, I want you to pray. Pray that God's will be done in Ohio as it is in heaven. We know in Matthew 18:14 that it is not the will of your Father in heaven that one of these children should perish. And in 1 John 5:14 and 15 it says if we ask anything according to His will, we will have it. If we believe that we will receive it according to Mark 11, we will have it. So pray the prayer of faith with us and believe God for a miracle. And let's have liberty and justice for all in Ohio. In Jesus' name we could do it. Thank you for your help. I pray Godspeed as you go get signatures.